7 days done correctly of fasting, 7 days of reflection with family and lighting of candles and going over the principles so that every day we can in turn reflect on what that day's meaning is. Without being very redundant, we'll go through the first day of Kwanzaa. Umoja is unity. Second day is Kuchichakalia, self-determination. Third day is Ujamaa, collective worker responsibility. Fourth day is Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics. Fifth day is Nia, purpose. Sixth day, Kuumba. That's the day, which is creativity. So in the spirit of creativity, we have put together a program that is designed to celebrate creative forces, creative energy. We do some creative energy here. We've been doing that for about 8 years. And our creative energy source today is going to be giving back and celebrating those individuals who have also mentored creativity. One of those individuals is our first mentor. And I'm not even going to read from a script. Okay, this brother has provided us with, when we first opened, we wanted to do an open mic set. And upon doing so, I called myself wanting to be the host of it. I said, no, it's so much behind the scenes that has to be done. It was very difficult. So I called out to a friend who in turn called out to a friend. And we were downstairs at the time in our first facility. And this brother came out without fail. And he decided that he in turn would provide us with some poetic expressions. For 4.5 years, this brother, Blaq Ice, gave us poetry, open mic. We entertained different people throughout the years. Kevin Sandbloom, a wonderful guitarist and singer. Various folks came through over the years. And so I'm going to introduce to you this brother. Blaq Ice is more than just a poet. He's the hardest working man. James Brown don't have nothing on his arm. Okay? You may be a better poet than him. You might be a better speaker than him. You might be all, but you'll never outwork this brother. Okay? In your sleep, he's working. In his sleep, he's working. P.O.E.T, People of Extraordinary Talent, is a mentoring organization for both youth and adults in the area of poetic expression as well as finding one's voice. They have traveled the country, they have traveled the world, they have traveled all throughout various venues, various concepts. Brother does weddings, he's done weddings after this, and mentored men. You see many of his organization in here with their shirts on. Some of them will perform a little bit later. But I want to introduce you to Blaq Ice. I want to introduce you to I want to introduce you to DeAndre Hawthorne. Okay? Because this is the man that has provided. I mean, I see the brother tirelessly. He gives out stuff at the wintertime. He gives out t-shirts, sweaters and hats and gloves and food and then the expression. Anybody here who wasn't a poet before they met him? Anybody who was just thinking about poetry? Because there are some people that he's really inspired to find their voice through poetry. And they didn't have a voice before that. And many of them, this is their expression. So many of them began with us as well. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce this brother. This is a certificate of appreciation. This certificate is awarded to our brother, DeAndre Blaq Ice Hawthorne, founder of P.O.E.T, People of Extraordinary Talent, in recognition of his continued contributions to the sixth principle of the Nguza Saba Kuumba creativity, Asante Sana, for your mentorship of so many of our youth in the areas of poetic expression, creative leadership, and entertainment. Thank you for sharing your gift of spoken word with the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Blaq Ice.
Chicago. Almost 700 murders this year. Do your math, that's more than double the days there are in a year. Mothers fear their babies not making it home from school. Unemployed brothers ain't got time to look for a job, but got time to be on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, acting a fool. And these gangs out here ain't following no rules. They ain't got no structure, but they knew exactly what they were doing when they denied parole for Jeff Ford and Larry Hoover. See, there's an old saying, cut off the head and the body would fall. I said, cut off the head and the body would fall. Let this be a lesson to all y'all. And I'm appalled at some of these Chicago artists who boast to the world on how their lyrics be so cold. And some of them will get right on stage at the awards and talk about how God saved their soul, but won't get out here on none of these streets or get out here and go to none of these schools to even try to save just one soul. And the church, if you really dare to help save lives, then let me make a proposal. If the church you attend ain't involved in community affairs to help save lives, then stop paying your tithes. And as for the Black Lives Matter movement, you didn't think I was going to let you off the hook, did you? I believe that Black Lives Matter, but when are Black lives going to matter to black people? March in the hood like you do downtown. Shut down some of these gas stations and liquor stores that become breeding grounds for our babies to get shot down like you do those businesses on Black Friday downtown Chicago. Home of the world champion Cubs. The Bad News Bears. Home of Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. See, I don't think y'all understand. What's going down in Chicago has always been about land. And I recognize the hustle. But did you ever notice that as soon as they tore the projects down, the crime rate in Chicago doubled? Displace these gangs to go live where those gangs live. Let them kill one another. So what if an innocent baby gets killed? We'll go to the funeral and send flowers to the mother. In the meantime, let the land on the south side and the west side become devalued. And there ain't no scholar, but in our community right now, they selling vacant land for just $1. Like the land that the projects used to stand on, they gonna build retail spaces and condos. And while you're addicted to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and your babies are addicted to nachos and cheese, little baby Chucky say cheese. So what if you're a boy? Shake your booty for the camera. Say cheese. Chicago. Already almost 700 murders this year. And we all have a responsibility to come out of the nightclub and get in these streets. Come out of the four walls of the church and get in these streets. Get off of your social media soapbox and get in these streets. See, we all like to talk the talk. And we love for our voices to be heard. But when are you going to realize that it's your actions that speaks louder than your words? That's that P show. I want to thank KS, which is Knowledge of Self Holistic Training and Development Center. Yes. For this beautiful certificate of appreciation, and I don't accept this alone by myself. Because God sends you helpers to do the things that you do. So I want all the members of the P.O.E.T organization to stand up right now, and y'all please give them a nice round of applause, because without them believing in the vision, sacrificing, believing in the goal, I wouldn't be able to do half of the things that I've been blessed to do. Thank you guys so much. I want to say to my brothers and my sisters who are here today, Kwanzaa has become very important, especially as an alternative to Christmas. Now, we've been taught for so many years that Christmas is the birth of Christ, December the 25th. But we've been too lazy to research if that is actual fact. When you open that book called the Bible, the basic instructions, not before leaving earth because you ain't going nowhere, but the basic instructions before life eternal, when you open up that book and you go and read the story about Jesus, it don't mention a date. So where did we get December the 25th from? Well, brothers and sisters, let me tell you that it is a winter solstice celebration. Black Ice, what is it? Winter solstice celebration. If you type in your Google search engines what the shortest day of the year is, it's going to tell you that it's December the 21st. December the 21st is the winter solstice. It's the day when there's more darkness than there is light. So for those who believed in the sun in the sky as a form of worship, they believed that the sun was dying on that day. So they said, well, what happened to the sun? It's lost its power. Darkness is overpowering the sun. So this is the first story of the 3 days and the 3 nights. Being dead in the grave, the sun being at its lowest point. Those who worship the sun said, man, the God of darkness killed the God of the sun. And December the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, the position of the sun does not appear to change until December the 25th, when the sun starts to ascend back up in the sky and the days start to get a little bit longer. And they said, man, this is the rebirth of the sun. So that's how you got December the 25th as a day of importance.
All right.
And if you look at Jeremiah the 10th chapter, read it on your own time in your own home. It'll tell you not to put a tree in your house, not to decorate that tree, not to put gold and silver on it, because these were things of idol worship. You need to know better today, brothers and sisters. And that's why I'm glad we have a Kwanzaa, because this is not a religious celebration. This is a cultural celebration. So again, brothers and sisters, I thank you for having me. Brother Talib Muhammad, I thank you for honoring me along with the P.O.E.T organization. I want to say God bless you and thank you again. Thank you, my brother.
Give it up if you love black people.
Don't you love our culture? I love our culture. I love our culture because it's so rich and it's so endearing and it's so inclusive. You know, there are very few cultures on this planet that are as inclusive.